After months of mysterious Instagram posts and cryptic construction updates, Connor McDavid's wife, Lauren Kyle, has finally revealed what she's been secretly building in downtown Edmonton. The Oilers captain's wife spent 6 months working behind closed doors on what she calls her biggest business venture yet. The project launched in June 2025. Lauren Kyle made her first public statement about the secret project on January 6, 2025. She posted on Instagram with the caption, "New business venture well in the works. Coming soon, Edmonton." The post showed renovation work happening inside the historic Canada Permanent Building located at 10126 100 Street Northwest. The building is 115 years old. Kyle had been working on renovations since late 2024 without telling the public what she was creating. Social media accounts for Trove and Trove Living appeared in January 2025, but contained no details about the businesses. Kyle revealed more information on February 12, 2025. She announced that Trove would serve what she called a small refined menu featuring oysters and caviar. The bar would offer shareable plates alongside cocktails. She described the space as inspired by bars in Paris and London. On April 3, 2025, Kyle announced she was targeting a mid-May opening date. She posted hiring alerts with specific requirements for staff positions. The job postings revealed that Trove would feature French-inspired food made with local ingredients. A Toronto-based consultant created the cocktail menu. Kyle pushed back the opening date in May 2025. She announced on June 4th that both Trove and Trove Living would open their doors on June 6th. She posted on Instagram with the caption, "Extra extra, read all about it on June 6th. Trove Living and Bar. Trove officially opened their doors on June 6th. The Canada Permanent Building houses both businesses. Trove operates as an intimate cocktail bar with approximately 30 to 40 seats. Trove Living functions as a furniture showroom selling high-end furniture and accessories. Kyle owns both businesses with partner Brittany Schultz. Trove held its grand opening party on May 25, 2025. The event was invitation only. Guests wore formal attire and ate oysters while sipping cocktails. A DJ provided music and security guards controlled entry. Kyle wore a glittery pink dress at the event. The bar's menu includes Wagyu tataki and chicken nuggets topped with caviar and creme fraiche. The cocktail list features drinks created specifically for the Edmonton location. Kyle told local food bloggers that she wanted the cocktails to be not too strong compared to typical bar standards. The venue design reflects European influences. Kyle described it as feeling like a tucked-away gem you'd find in London or Paris, but with a modern Edmonton twist. The interior features warm colors and intimate seating arrangements. Kyle has a background in interior design. She previously worked on residential and commercial design projects before launching Trove. The business represents her first venture into the restaurant and hospitality industry. Connor McDavid did not make public statements about his wife's business project during the development phase. He attended the grand opening party in May 2025. The Oilers captain was photographed at the event, but did not give interviews about the bar. Trove opened to the public on June 6, 2025. The opening attracted attention from local media and food bloggers. Edmonton food reviewer Ms. Hangry Foodie posted on TikTok calling it the newest hotspot in the city. She described the interior as beautiful and well-designed. The business model combines fine dining elements with casual bar service. Kyle told reporters that she wanted to create a space where people could enjoy high-quality food and drinks in a relaxed atmosphere. The menu focuses on small plates rather than full entrees. Trove Living occupies the upper floor of the Canada Permanent Building. The showroom displays furniture and home accessories selected by Kyle. Customers can purchase items directly from the showroom or order custom pieces. Kyle kept construction details private throughout the renovation process. She only shared occasional photos of work in progress without explaining what type of business she was creating. Local Edmonton media speculated about the project for months before Kyle revealed the details. The Canada Permanent Building required extensive renovation work. Kyle oversaw the project while maintaining her other business commitments. She worked with contractors to preserve the building's historic character while adding modern amenities. CBC News reported that security guards stood outside during the grand opening party. The event drew approximately 100 guests from Edmonton's business and sports communities. Kyle personally greeted attendees and gave tours of both Bar Trove and Trove Living. Food blogger reviews from the opening event described the venue as intimate and sophisticated. One reviewer noted that the space feels European but incorporates Canadian elements. The lighting and furniture create what visitors called a cozy but upscale atmosphere. Kyle announced her business plans after the Edmonton Oilers completed their 2024 playoff run. The timing allowed her to focus on the project during the hockey offseason. She worked with local contractors and suppliers throughout the renovation process. The bar's cocktail menu features both classic drinks and original creations. Kyle worked with the Toronto consultant to develop recipes that would appeal to Edmonton customers. The menu includes wine selections from European and North American producers. Bar Trove represents a significant investment in downtown Edmonton's hospitality scene. Kyle chose the location specifically for its historic character and downtown accessibility. The Canada Permanent Building sits within walking distance of Rogers Place, where Connor McDavid plays for the Oilers. Local media coverage increased after the June 6th public opening. Food writers described the venture as adding sophistication to Edmonton's bar scene. The combination of fine dining elements with cocktail service fills what reviewers called a gap in the local market. Kyle maintained secrecy about the project to build anticipation for the opening. She used social media to share construction updates without revealing specific details about the business concept. The strategy generated curiosity among Edmonton residents and McDavid fans. The business partnership with Brittany Schultz allows Kyle to manage both the bar and furniture showroom operations. Schultz has experience in retail and helps oversee Trove Living, while Kyle focuses on Bar Trove's food and beverage operations. Construction work on the Canada Permanent Building began in late 2024. Kyle documented parts of the renovation process on Instagram, but kept the business concept confidential until January 2025. The project required permits and inspections from Edmonton city officials. Kyle's hiring requirements specified experience in upscale dining and cocktail service. She sought staff members who could maintain the sophisticated atmosphere she envisioned for Bar Trove. The job postings emphasized customer service skills and knowledge of wine and